the most highest form of love, peace, and just good energy and good vibes. This video is going to talk about using awareness as the foundation of health. And I'm going to break this down for each and every single one of you because in my studies this morning, I was actually thinking to myself, I'm just like, how can I help out people in a different way and convey my message in a way that truly helps out people, right? Nobody is gonna have any guilt at this point in time. If you had your Christmas dinner, your turkey food this year already, that is out of the way, right? We are past that. I hope everybody had a great holiday season, but as right now, right, we are getting back in alignment. We are getting back in tune with our most highest version of ourselves. And I'm gonna break down exactly, right, how awareness is the foundation of your health. But first and foremost, I'm gonna go ahead and sip some of this tea. Mm, peace to everybody, right? So, real quick, awareness is the foundation of health. Why is that, right? Because if you are not aware of your heart, of your mind, of your body, how do you expect to work on the things that need the most focus with inside yourself? See, where a lot of people go wrong is they have the right intention when it comes to healing themselves, to working out, to bettering themselves, right? They will try to even go as far as getting a workout buddy, staying consistent. But when said workout buddy doesn't go to the gym with them, they don't want to go anymore, right? They're not inspired or they're not motivated to get right back into the gym, right? But what if I told you that you have a skewed way of looking at your health, right? You probably look at your health just like our education system, right? Just in a linear fashion, right? But I want to invite you to see health in a different perspective, in a different light, right? I want you to see health in a circular loop, right? Like once you know exactly what you're aware of, once you know if you have any inflammation in the brain, any problems with your heart, right? Anything with the gut, right? Then we can build that plan, right? But it's about being honest with yourself. A lot of people are saying they want to change, saying they want to transform, saying they want these results, right? But a lot of people are scared of the unknown, but growth never happens in the comfort zone. Growth only happens out of the comfort zone. So, with that being said, I know a lot of y'all, especially my females, you're gonna probably feel iffy about this, but it's taking your butt right to that scale. It's getting on that scale. It's getting your weight. It's getting your BMI, your muscle percentage, your body fat, your visceral fat, right? You need to see something tangible. You need to see these numbers. You got to see where you're at. You got to see if you are okay for your height to weight ratio more and more and more, right? The average life expectancy for females is, I want to say 78, for men is like 65. That's shortening, right? Because more and more people are not taking care of their health. More and more people are dealing with mental stress. And more people are going to be dealing with financial stress going into these next couple years, and if they're not going to take advantage of what's right here and right now in front of them. But let me encourage you right now, let me calm your heart and your mind down. You are okay. Matter of fact, take a deep breath with me and just take some sip of a tea or a coffee if you're drinking your tea and coffee right now. mm, it's good, y'all. It's so good because when you have the plan, right, for your specific body type, not only are you seeing exactly the numbers, exactly what you need to do for your workouts, your eating, right? Because it's so many different things. It's not just going to a gym and start putting up a certain number of weights, start putting up a certain number of whatever you're doing. It's about understanding what type of workout is going to give you that maximized results, right? For me, being 27 years old, always on my feet, I could really benefit. Like, I'm done doing like the bodybuilding. I still do calisthenics here and there, but what I benefit most from because I'm in it for the long run. I'm doing this for longevity. Is for me, it's mobility workouts, right? Mobility workouts. This is going to increase your muscle mass. This is going to increase your flexibility, your mobility, your bone density, your sexual health. It increases your mental clarity. It's going to increase so many different things. And right now, it's perfect for me. Some people, right? If this is for you, maybe you need some explosive workouts. Maybe you haven't had explosive workouts in a while and you don't even activate those fast twitch muscle fibers, because we have two. We have slow twitch muscle fibers and we have fast twitch muscle fibers, right? But depending on what your goals are, they could be completely different from the person that you're trying to go to the gym with, right? Then we have different body types. Then we have different genetics, right? Then we have different upbringings and how we see things, right? Everybody doesn't learn the same. Everybody doesn't want the same workout. Some people want to incorporate walks. Some people want to incorporate group activities. They want to play basketball. They want to play pickleball, right? But the workout is only 20% of the battle, right? The other 80% of the battle is your nutrition, right? A whole 80%. What are you sipping on? Are you sipping on some tea where it's going to boost up your metabolism, right? It's going to give you the energy and the focus that you need, the mental clarity, so that way you are more aware of not only what's going on around you, but how you're feeling inside. So in the mornings, as soon as you wake up, I want you to do a 2 minute breath check, right? All that looks like is you standing straight up, taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. And when you're doing this, I want you to become super aware of where this breath is going and where it's flowing inside the body, right? Because if you're taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose, and your neck is hurting, right? Your neck is hurting, or your side is hurting, right, or your back is hurting, right, then your lungs are hurting, then okay, that says for me, we have to focus on those areas first, right? Focusing on the lungs. So what does it look like? That looks like detoxing the lungs. If your back starts hurting, right, maybe you need to go get some x-rays at a doctor before you start lifting up any type of weight. Maybe instead of lifting weights, you need to go straight to the mat, right? Maybe you just need to do some deep breathing. Maybe you need to do some guided visualized meditations, right? To get that pain moving, to get that stuff flowing. Because I talked about this before in the past, right? The emotions that you're the emotions that you are experiencing on the day-to-day basis, your body holds it and your body's going to store that emotion if you're not going to shed any light to dissolve that pain on that emotion, right? That tightness that your body's holding, right? So the intention behind this is to become so aware of what's going on around you that you become aware of your breath, you become aware of your heartbeat, you become aware of your gut, right? We call the gut the first brain, and we call this the second brain because what you eat, you are what you eat, right? We believe in that as health coaches and as leaders in this field because when you eat something for the next 4 to 6 hours, you are going to consume that energy and that nutrition from that meal, right? So you have to be very, very careful what you're eating. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, sir. No, last time I checked, it was wide open. I'm gonna go head back down there and go open that again and just go double check, but I'm sure it's open. All right, y'all. We are obviously still at work where the mission here at the hospital is improving the health of us as staff workers, right? And also our patients, right? But I'll tell you what, working at the hospital for a lot of people is a struggle because they don't have that plan, they don't have that program, they don't even know where to start, right? But I'll tell you what, you stumbled upon this video for a reason. You're watching this for a reason. You're at the right place at the right time in your life, right? every single month for the year 2026, I am hosting 21-day 10K challenges. What does that mean? A 10K challenge with me, right, looks like you're going to be inside of a group chat. You're going to tell me your goals. You're going to tell me how much you can invest inside this program. And I'm going to give you a workout, a meal plan, and a community to keep you accountable. And I'm going to follow up with you to make sure that you're working out, making sure you're taking your meal plan, making sure that you're focused on your mindset. Because I didn't get to finish, but 20% is fitness, 80% is nutrition, and 100% is you actually getting the results slash your mindset. Your mind is the most biggest asset that you have. Once you can become the ordainer and the master of your thoughts, right? You become aware of the emotions, right? Next time you get angry, shameful, or you have grief, right? I want you to pause and say out loud what emotion is showing up with inside of you, right? This practice of awareness will not only enhance your awareness, but this will also give you better control of the emotions that you're feeling, right? Because you are not the mind, you are not the body, you are the space, you are the pure godly essence, right? The spirit, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call it, that is having this human experience. Now we're all sharing, we're all coming together, and we're all realizing this. So you're at the perfect time, at the perfect place, right? And I wanted to go on a little bit more, but this is the time I have, right? We're only here for a limited time. You don't know how much time you have, right? But the sooner you wake up, the sooner your future self is going to thank you, right? Because the thing is, working this job, taking dead bodies down to the morgue on the daily, I realize that every single day I come in here, and even when I'm not here, I don't take my life for granted. I try to always take a walk outside and do like a walking meditation. And every step I take, I'm thanking God, I'm thanking nature, I'm thanking the ability to walk. I'm having gratitude for who I am. When you practice gratitude, right, this is not only going to raise your vibration, this is also going to increase positivity. This is also going to lower cortisol in your brain, right? The stress, right? When you're expressing gratitude, you're expressing thankfulness, you're expressing just good things about yourself, and you're commanding a powerful life ahead, right? It's so powerful. It's so powerful. And I know that I have a mission and a purpose to continue to share this valuable information and wake people up, because it's more than just the workouts. It's more than just the eating right, right? Because 20% fitness, 80% nutrition, 100% mindset. Get your mind in the right mindset. If your environment is not right, you're going to fall off. Most people fall off their New Year's resolutions within the first week. 80% of people actually fall off, surprisingly, right? And these are goals and these are aspirations that they have for themselves, right? And you have to ask yourself, if your old plan has not been working, get a new plan, right? Because what is it going to cost you going into the future? That's just going to get more and more complicated, right? With crypto, with finances, right? With people trying to steal your attention on social media, right? Other people that are building businesses to get your dollar. You have to be mentally sharp. You have to be mentally aware. And you have to create and impose your will on this planet and make it better than when you were here, right? This is a simple, short video. Just wanted to get out this content today. If you guys do appreciate this video, you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching this. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next